Hello everyone and welcome to Study IQ. In this video I will bring to you banking awareness for the month of June. I'll include some part of July as well. It's a two-part series. This is the first part, and it's been a while since I brought to you any video from the banking awareness. These videos were primarily for my private channel. However, for the months of June, July and August, I'll provide them on free channel so that those who are writing IBPS can benefit. In the pen drive course, I have included the static banking awareness part, like the capital market, the money markets, stocks, bonds, all these topics. And these current affairs topics, since banking awareness is a part of current affairs, uh, this I'm covering the current banking awareness and not the static banking awareness. And I've already covered these questions related to these in the weekly videos in June. You can check that out. You will find all the questions related to banking awareness. However, one video is important where we consolidate everything, and therefore in this video I'll bring to you the June banking awareness. This I think probably the first time you'll be able to see me also in the video, so I hope you like this new attempt. Anyways, let's begin. Now you can follow me on Facebook. A lot of people are following me on Facebook. More than 11,000 people are following me on Facebook. They get a lot of updates regarding when a new video is coming. They make requests there for specific videos. I sometimes post quizzes as my status message on Facebook. The idea is basically just to connect with you all. You all are so wonderful, and it's been a pleasure connecting with a lot of you, and I try to help as much as possible. So this is the Facebook URL, www.facebook.com/Gaurav Garg Education, and this you have to type in your browser to reach out to me. So I'll be a little slow in speaking. It's 3:45 a.m. in the morning. That's usually the time when I record, because that at this time there is a pin drop silence. However, I'm not at my own place. I'm at a remote location, so there are issues. I hope you are able to um, listen and understand in this modulated voice. Okay, so let's start. So the Mumbai-based Axis Bank is one of the largest private sector banks in India, and Mumbai-based Axis Bank has announced the launch of India's first internationally listed certified green bonds. So this is a short question in the exam. They'll ask which is the first bank in India to announce green bonds, internationally listed certified green bonds, and the answer is Axis Bank. Now pay attention that green bonds, they are debt instruments. Now in my pen drive course I have covered these things: capital market, negotiable instruments, paper instruments, and all these things. So just note for now that green bonds, they are debt instruments, and the issuer gets the capital, and the person who is investing in his project gets a certain sum as interest. And green bonds will be to finance the climate change solutions. Also note that it is not like that any uh, you know any any issuer will get money. No, only that issuer will get money whose project is based on the green bonds, green projects, so called the green projects, environmental friendly green projects. So Axis Bank, Mumbai based bank, will launch green bonds. It has in fact launched green bonds. It has become the first international bank to launch green bonds. Next question, this is an important one. There is a bank of Spain called Caixa Bank. It has partnered with SBI, State Bank of India, which is the largest bank in India. It is the largest lender in India, State Bank of India, and Spain's Caixa Bank. Together they have signed an MOU to fund Indo-Spanish joint venture and local businesses. So you should just know that with which Spanish bank or with which bank SBI has signed an MOU. The answer is Caixa Bank. Moving on. So Manila, it is the capital of Philippines, and there is Asian Development Bank. So Manila-based Asian Development Bank, it has approved a 100 million loan to strengthen a irrigation project in Kaveri River. Kaveri River has been in news recently for a lot of reasons. And you know that for the past 40 or 50 years, there's been a war between Tamil Nadu and Kaveri. Not exactly a war, but there has been a dispute. Okay, dispute is the right word. And Supreme Court, just yesterday, Supreme Court said that uh, Supreme Court ordered Karnataka to release water to Tamil Nadu, some villages of Tamil Nadu. So this is has been heating up for a while now, and Supreme Court had to intervene. So Philippines-based Asian Development Bank, you should know Asian Development Bank, the highest share of any country in Asian Development Bank is of Japan, and the headquarter is in Manila, which is the capital of Philippines. It has approved a 100 million loan. So how they ask in exam, I'll tell you the questions how they ask in exam. So they give you they give you four options like this, and they write the question, and they ask that this project has been funded by which of the bank. So first will be ADB, second will be AIIB, third will be the World Bank, fourth will be the IMF, like that. Another way is that the other way around. So they will ask which of these projects has been funded recently by ADB, and there'll be four options: Kaveri project, and I mean so and so. So you should be comfortable if the questions are asked in a straightforward manner, or they can be turned upside down. It depends on the mood of the examiner. So the Kaveri project will be funded by Asian Development Bank. It's not important to note the amount of money. However, in some questions, I have seen that even the money is asked. Like for example, there was a question recently in one of the exam that Sri Lanka has got how much fund from World Bank. So I'll tell you that also in this video. Okay, so next is our central government and the World Bank. They have signed a 9.2 million US dollar grant agreement under the World Bank Global Environment Facility Program. Now please note that the cost of the project is 113 million. Out of that, World Bank is giving only 9 million, and the rest will be funded by the state government. And this I am saying for the Sustainable City Bus Service Project. This is very, very important. This program is for efficient and sustainable city bus service project in selected Indian cities. So for bus project, World Bank is giving us loan. However, it is not too much of a loan. It's only 9.2 million US dollar. Whenever I say 1 million US dollar, don't get confused. If you take the value of dollar as 65, I think it's well over 68 right now, but let's assume it to be 65. Let's take a base value at 65. So $1 million is $6.5 million, 6.5 crore rupees, and $1 billion is therefore 6,500 crore rupees. So you can do the conversion accordingly. Next, this is very important. India Post Payment Bank. India Post Payment Bank will start in September 2017. Initially, they had planned to go on floor in March 2017, but now they have realized that there are delays. In fact, the person no less than the finance minister of India, Mr. Arun Jaitley, said this, that it will be launched in September 2017, and the total expenditure incurred will be 800 crore. They will also ask you how many payments bank will be opened. So 650 payments bank branches of India Post Payment Bank. By the way, let me tell you something very interesting. So 41 companies had applied that they want to open payments bank, like payment, like Paytm, like Airtel, like there were a lot of companies. So out of 41, RBI gave in principle approval to only 11 companies. That 11 companies can open in payments bank. Okay, number one. But some companies are not convinced about the this payments bank system, whether it will work in India, whether it won't. See, it's something new, so there is no guarantee it will work. So 3 companies have withdrawn. I repeat, 11 countries got the approval from RBI to open the payments bank, right? 3 companies have withdrawn as we speak. So right now there are only 8 companies that actually plan to open payments bank. And out of that, the first payment bank in public sector will be opened by India Post. India Post has this huge advantage that it is in every village. It's almost in every village, and it can leverage that facility. Now, another important question. They are asking in exam that State Bank of India is opening payments bank with which company? State Bank of India is not opening alone. It is opening with Reliance, RIL, okay, Reliance Industries Limited. Second question they will ask is there was another payment bank which was Airtel. Airtel is opening payment bank with which company? It is opening with Kotak Mahindra. Okay, so Airtel and Kotak Mahindra are opening the bank together, payments bank together, and SBI and RIL are opening the payments bank together. Paytm has also got the approval. Paytm, Vijay Shekhar Sharma, he is opening alone. Okay, so you should know which all important mergers are there in, for, or joint ventures are there for payments bank. So the most important one is Airtel and Kotak Mahindra, and SBI and RIL. Okay, and then there is of course the India Post Payment Bank. So it will go on floor by September 2017. Also, you should know what is a payments bank. So see, payments bank has not got a, the power to give a loan, number one, and you can deposit the money up to only 1 lakh. 1 lakh is the deposit cap which they have given, and rest there are similar things. Payments bank can have ATM card, will give ATM cards, and you need much more elaborate discussion on payments bank. But just remember, they can ask that what is the deposit limit in a payments bank. The answer is 1 lakh rupee. Next question. New Development Bank, it's a BRICS bank, and you very well know by now, if you have been seeing my videos, what is BRICS. And it's a consortium of 5 countries. It's a group of 5 countries, group of five: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, and they have together opened a bank called New Development Bank, or NDB, the headquarter of which is in Shanghai, which is in China. So they will ask that New Development Bank has issued which currencies denominated bond. So the answer is yuan. Yuan or renminbi is the currency of China. Okay, so remember that. And they can also ask who is the head of BRICS Bank. It is KV Kamath, Mr. KV Kamath. He has held important positions in Infosys, in ICICI Banks. He is a very, very esteemed person. So next, as I said, International Monetary Fund has given Sri Lanka, it plans to give Sri Lanka $1.1 billion, but it has released the first installment, which is $168 million. This question was asked recently in one of the exam that, which bank, not which bank, how much amount has International Monetary Fund given to Sri Lanka, and why they have given. This is also important. This is to meet the balance of payment needs. Just remember, to meet balance of payment needs. And by the way, if you are interested in economics, then balance of payment word is quite important for you. Now, IMF, the managing director is a French lawyer. You should know that also. Now, you have to write her name in comments. Last year, she visited India. She came to Shri Ram College. Very, very esteemed lady. She has been selected for second time. Tell me who is the managing director of IMF. I want you to write that answer in comments. Okay. So International Monetary Fund, it will release $1.1 billion, but so far it has given only $168 million, which is the first investment of the fund. So remember that IMF will release this much money. It has released this much money to Sri Lanka for balance of payment needs. Next, so you know that Reserve Bank of India, once in every 2 months, it announces its monetary policy. This one is for June. After that, the latest one was on July. I think it was 9th of August. Yes, 9th of August. So nothing was changed from the previous one. You can just mug up all these rates. Repo rate 6.5%. Repo rate, the rate at which Reserve Bank of India gives loan to the commercial banks. Reverse repo is the other way around. MSF, marginal standing facility, is 7%. Marginal standing facility, or when there is an emergent requirement, contingency arises overnight, giving of loan by the RBI to the banks. Then there is a bank rate, which is a long term. Repo rate is short term, bank rate is long term. That is the only difference between the two. And CRR is cash reserve ratio, which has been 4% for a long time. Statutory liquidity ratio 21.25%, which can be in cash, bonds, gold, anything. However, CRR has to be only in hard cash. That's the difference. So you can mug up these values. One of the questions from this will surely be asked. This was decided in the second bi-monthly monetary policy for the year 2016-17. Now, SEBI, which is the market regulator, it is the Securities and Exchange Board of India. It is the market regulator, and it has made the KYC norms. KYC is know your customer. So KYC norms, it has made very strict. It has made strict it for participatory notes. Remember, just remember, it is for participatory notes. This was a Supreme Court regulation. The SIT was being set up. There's a special investigation team which was set up, and they are just following the Supreme Court orders. So what are participatory notes? They are also referred to as offshore or overseas derivative instrument, ODI. Remember this full form? ODI, which is overseas derivative instruments, and they are issued to the overseas investors. Now, Hyderabad-based microfinance company SKS, it has rechristened itself or renamed itself to Bharat Financial Inclusion Limited. That's it. Just remember this. That's all you need to know. SKS Microfinance has changed its name to Bharat Financial Inclusion Limited. Now, next, RBI. There is a S4A scheme by the RBI, and this is extremely important. It is called Scheme for Sustainable Structuring of Stressed Assets. I repeat, Scheme for Sustainable Structuring of Stressed Assets. This is called the S4A scheme by the RBI. Next, State Bank of India and MasterCard, they together have a travel card. I'm sure you know about it. It's a co-funded, co-branded traveler card, and they have partnered with the prepaid card distributor Centrum. So State Bank of India, Centrum, and MasterCard. Next, there is a bank in America, Stonegate Bank. It has become the first bank to issue a US credit card that can be used in Cuba. See, Cuba and United States for around more than 50 years, they have had no diplomatic relations whatsoever. But things are looking up now. This year, the head of state of US and Cuba, they met, and the diplomatic ties have been resumed. In fact, in the capital of Cuba, which is Havana, America is opening an embassy also. So the relations between the two countries are improving. And as a result, the Florida bank, Stonegate Bank, which is in Florida, it has issued a credit card which can be used by the US citizens in Cuba. This is extremely important. And you can know some extra information, like for example, the card will have a photo of Cuban painter, or it will have the art by Cuban painter Michel Mirabel, although it's not very important. Next, Narendra Modi has approved SBI merger consolidation. This is extremely important, and I think I might make a separate video. If you want me to make a video on SBI merger, how will it will impact the economy, how will it will impact the bank, what will happen to the overall debt, what will happen to the assets, will the jobs increase or decrease? So these are crucial questions that will arise, because of this. So in fact, I was listening to Arundhati Bhattacharya, who is the chairman of SBI, just yesterday, and she said that there won't be any closing down of the bank branches. They will be only relocating them. So a lot to look forward to. By the way, SBI have had in the past some of its branches already merged, like SBI Indore, etc. But in this case, there will be 6 banks which will merge in the SBI, like Hyderabad, Patiala, Bikaner, Jaipur, Travancore. I'm missing one more, and Bharatiya Mahila Bank. So there will be 6 banks. They will get merged in the SBI, and this will form the behemoth, a big bank, which is expected to have an asset of almost 37 lakh crore rupees, which is 1/5 of India's GDP. So that is the size, that is the scale of this merger. Very, very important. And there was a Banks Board Bureau. If you recall, Banks Board Bureau, the chairman was Vinod Rai, who was one of the most honest and Comptroller and Auditor General of India, and he's made the chairman of the Banks Board Bureau. And Vinod Rai said that that there are 27 nationalized banks in India, public sector banks. So they will get merged into 6. That was his recommendation. That was the recommendation of the Banks Board Bureau. So they can ask in exam that the 27 public sector banks will get merged in how many banks? The answer is 6. Moving on. Reserve Bank of India has granted in principle nod to the Common Service Center, CSCs, as Bharat Bill Payment Operating Unit to make bill payments at center in rural band. So this is easy actually. They want to have more centers, so they have given an approval to the Common Service Center as Bharat Bill Payment Operating Unit. So you can pay your bill, and there are multiple locations. Next, Union government, it wants to include NRIs into National Pension Scheme. So it has launched ENPS. What is E? Whenever you have an E, it is always electronic, like email, electronic mail, E. And NRIs, if they have an Aadhaar card or PAN card, they can easily open NPS account online. and it can be opened on repatriable or non-repatriable basis. What do you know what is the meaning of this? So repatriable basis is an NRI will have to remit the amount or transfer the amount through his NRE, FCNR or NRO account, and non-repatriable means NRIs can join National Pension Scheme through their NRE, FCNR or NRO accounts at the time of maturity or during partial withdrawal. And the NPS funds, National Pension System funds would be deposited only in their NRO accounts. One more thing I'll tell you about NRIs. See, NRI, it is not a legal it is not a legal term. It is not a actual term. It is only a tax related term. Okay, and it is a very temporary term. For example, if I'm spending certain days abroad, then I will be given NRI status, but I will lose it if I start living in India for a much longer period than that. So it is only a temporary term, and it is only tax related term, so to say. Now, State Bank of India has created a IT Innovation and Startup Fund, which is 200 crore rupees. It wants to invest in the fintech startup, that is financial technology startup. So it has created IT Innovation and Startup Fund. Next, HDFC and Max Life Insurance together, they are merging, and they will create the largest private player in India's insurance sector. They will overtake ICICI Prudential. So HDFC and Max Insurance, two big companies, they are merging to create the largest insurance company in India. Now there was a 2-day Rajaswa Gyan Sangam. Rajaswa means revenue. Rajaswa Gyan Sangam. It is basically a conference of the tax officials, and that purpose is basically to motivate the revenue officers, to honor the revenue officers, to acknowledge their contribution. So this was the first time that two revenue boards were at the same meeting at the same time. One is of course CBDT, which is the Central Board of Direct Tax, and Central Board of Excise and Custom. Now State Bank of India has been named in Hall of Shame. So Hall of Shame list 158 banking and financial institutions were named in Hall of Shame, and SBI is also there. And the list was prepared by a company of Holland, Pax Worldwide. Pax Worldwide. Next, then the maximum banks in this Hall of Shame are from US, 74 banks. Now income tax department, this is important. It has it has blocked two things of willful defaulter, so that they can't take undue advantage of that. One is permanent account number. This is blocked of willful defaulter, and their LPG subsidy also, so that they are not sanctioned any more loans. So I repeat, permanent account number and LPG subsidy. The Finance Ministry has announced new rules for premature withdrawal of the Public Provident Fund. So now if you have accident, or you need some, you have a disease, very serious disease, you can withdraw. You will be allowed premature withdrawal or premature closure of your account, that is the Provident Fund account. So these are some of the changes which have been made. So if you have completed 5 years, you can withdraw if these conditions arise, like you have a life-threatening disease, you have a serious ailment, etc. Next, World Development, it has given its report, India Development Update. By the way, it gives this report 2 times in a year, and we take it very, very seriously because it is given by World Bank, and India has been the largest beneficiary of loans from the World Bank since its inception. So this is what was mentioned in the report, and this is extremely important. So Uttar Pradesh, World Bank said that Uttar Pradesh has spent 1/3 of its additional resources on health and education. So this is a very positive step. And India has maintained 7.6% growth rate in 2016-2017. That is the calendar year 2016. And it will be in calendar year 2017, 2016 to 2017. And it will be expected that 7.7% growth will be there in 2017-18 and 7.8% in 2018-19. So these are the predictions by the World Bank. Now the South Indian Bank is there in Kerala, in Thrissur, in this place called Thrissur in Kerala. This place is there near Kochi. South Indian Bank, a very important bank. It has announced something. It's announced a service which is called Remit to India. Remit to India. This scheme is for NRIs. Now Reserve Bank, it has fixed the cap for under market stabilization scheme at 30,000 crore. 30,000 crore. So this is very important. They will just ask in exam that what is the cap under market stabilization scheme which is set by the Reserve Bank of India. Now Asian Development Bank is giving us the loan to build the largest bridge over Ganga River, the Holy Ganges in Bihar, in Patna. It will be 9.8-kilometer road, 9.8 kilometer, and 500 million is the amount. So who is funding the largest bridge fabrication in India? It is the Asian Development Bank. And where it is located? The headquarters is in Manila in Philippines. Next, Arun Jaitley attended the first ever meeting of Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. It is a China dominated bank, highest share is of China. And they also approved that loan will be given to 4 countries. So Pakistan, Bangladesh, Indonesia and Tajikistan. Total loan allocation is this much, $509 million, which is given to these 4 countries. I repeat the countries: Pakistan, Indonesia, Bangladesh and Tajikistan. I'll tell you the loan which is being sanctioned to these countries, although it's not very important. Bangladesh this much, 165 million, Indonesia 216 million, Pakistan 100 million and Tajikistan 27 million. And I'm also telling you this is the consolidated one because this is not only financed by Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank but also other banks also. So the total fund allocation is this much. You need not know this. Then World Bank, to improve the education quality in India, World Bank is again giving us a loan of $201 million. $201 million. This will be in certain states where the technical education quality will be improved. Next. Then India Post Payment Bank, as I said, September 2017 is the period, 650 branches, and I told you about it already. Next, Axis Bank with its headquarters at Mumbai is also opening an innovation lab to create investment fund, and this innovation lab will be situated not in Mumbai but in Bangalore. So just know that there will be an innovation lab to create investment fund by Axis Bank in Bangalore. And the World Bank will fund the Tejaswini project in Jharkhand. What is Tejaswini project? Tejaswini project is for the welfare of adolescent girls and young women. So World Bank is giving us loan for Tejaswini project, $63 million. And where will Tejaswini project be? It will be in Jharkhand. So this project is when the adolescent girl and young women between the age of 14 and 24, their skills will be improved, technology upgradation, women empowerment and all these things. So just know that it will be in Jharkhand. And again the World Bank. So World Bank is like our lottery system. So World Bank has given India $1 billion to support solar energy program in India. By the way, can you guess which state in India has done maximum increase in solar energy? It is in last year. It is, you will be surprised to know, it is Tamil Nadu. I'm not asking you which state in India has the highest solar power. I'm asking you which state has made the largest progress in solar power. The answer is a surprising Tamil Nadu. So don't think it is Rajasthan or Madhya Pradesh. It's Tamil Nadu. So there was a pact signed between our power minister Piyush Goyal, who is the Minister of State for Power, Coal and Mining, and Piyush Goyal, and World Bank Group President is Jim Yong Kim. This is extremely important. Jim Yong Kim. You should also know who is the president of Asian Development Bank. It is Mr. Takehiko Nakao of Japan. Mr. Takehiko Nakao. And you should also know AIIB, who is the president. It is Mr. Jin Likan of China. He was the ex-finance minister of China, if you remember. And then, of course, there is a merger of... so India's largest private sector insurance company, HDFC Ergo General Insurance, it has acquired L&T's General Insurance. So Larsen and Toubro has sold its insurance business to HDFC. Very, very important. So this was the all the banking and financial awareness for the month of June. This was I made a video for June and July. So this one was for June. It was in English language and it will be in English language. It will not be in Hindi. It is very difficult to explain some of these concepts in Hindi. July, if you want the banking awareness video for July, consolidated one, please write in comments. If you like this video, please write in comments. If not, still I need your feedback. So thanks for watching.